We just started our harvesting season, what we call our grinding season, about 2 weeks ago. So there's excitement in the air.
Prior to this year's harvest, talk of a tax on sugar began circulating. A study published by the Journal of Health and Economics found taxing sugar would be more effective in curbing consumption than a tax on products containing sugar. Sugar supports 16,000 direct and indirect jobs in the state, including farmers, seasonal harvesters, millers, truckers, and even distillers. The employees of Caneland Distilling Company depend on sugar for their livelihood. Caneland's access to fresh sugar cane led head distiller Johnny Kerplank to join the company 5 years ago.
I wanted to get closer to the cane. That's the reason I'm here. I pretty much have access to the sugar at any stage in the game, and that's rum is sugar, and I'm a rummy, so it plays a massive part.
Taxing sugar is not a new concept. In the last few years, cities throughout the United States have implemented taxes on sodas and sugary beverages. Proponents of this tax believe it will improve obesity rates. Jim Simon of the American Sugarcane League believes attacking sugar is a misguided approach to tackling the obesity epidemic.
There's no question that there is an obesity problem in America. I mean, that can't be denied. But to blame that on sugar is misleading, and the science and the nutritional facts do not prove that out.
It's difficult to gauge what kind of impact a sugar tax would have on the state, according to Assistant Professor of Agricultural Economics Mike Diliberto.
We're a raw agricultural producing state, so any tax that's on sugar, that's going to have a ripple down effect throughout our state's economy. That's going to be passed along to the farmer, that's going to be passed along to the manufacturer, the refiner, and eventually to that end user.
Walter Tharp, president of the company, says that Caneland would ultimately feel the effects of a sugar tax.
It affects the bottom line, and really, unfortunately, we'd have to pay more for the sugar, therefore we'd have to pass that on to the consumer. So that wouldn't be a great scenario for us, but got to keep going.
At this time, no significant political action to promote a sugar tax has taken place in Louisiana, allowing the state sugar industry to take a collective sigh of relief. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Lane Farber. Lindsay Hudson clocks in at work, pets Clarence the cat, and prepares to chop off her arm.
I'm possessed. My arm is possessed. You see it, like it's all bloody and gross, and I'm just cutting it right there, and I'm like, I gotta get it out.
Removing a limb is normal for Hudson at this point. Blood and gore are a constant for the 13th Gate actress. Hudson is currently working her second season at the nationally acclaimed horror attraction, the 13th Gate. Hudson spends long nights at the 13th Gate during the month of October.
Basically, I have to get there at a certain time, call time, and go get my costume, go get my makeup done.
Makeup and costumes on, the actors get into places.
Starts at 7, usually ends at midnight, sometimes ends at like 1:30. It's gone till 3.
The job is exhausting, but Hudson finds it incredibly rewarding.
I love it that I made them scream, like I got their money's worth, like right there, like you pay $35, I'm gonna scare you.
The Gate employs hundreds of like-minded individuals each Halloween season. A strong sense of community keeps the actors coming back year after year, according to 13th Gate Escape General Manager Samantha Hatfield.
We have about an 80% return rate on employees that work for us, which is great because we like to keep it a close-knit family, even though we do have over 260 employees every year.
This quirky and weird community draws Hudson back each year.
I've got such strong friendships from this job where I get to scare people all night. I love it. I love it.
Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Lane Farber.
It's like you have fallen into an abyss and you don't know how to get out of it.
CJ Carver lost a close friend in a car accident his freshman year of high school. Carver grieved, but months later he still felt hollow.
It just seemed like everybody else was moving on from it, and I was just kind of stuck.
Shortly after, Carver was diagnosed with depression. In addition to the personal challenges the illness causes, depression has been shown to negatively affect the economy. The U.S. economy loses nearly $226 billion annually due to absenteeism in the workplace, according to the CDC. Studies show that stress and depression are leading causes of absenteeism. Research suggests office buildings which maximize natural lighting improve worker productivity and morale. Lack of sunlight is a leading cause of a form of depression called seasonal affective disorder.
Really, seasonal affective disorder at its heart is depression. The only specific caveat is that it would be the onset would be due to change in seasons.
Experts believe lack of sunlight in the winter months causes imbalances in the brain's neurotransmitters, which control energy levels, appetite, and mood. Serotonin levels are a contributing factor to mental health, according to clinical social worker Patrick Morris.
Generally, it is considered that an increase or decrease in serotonin levels is going to have an effect on mood.
Carver has never been diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, but like many who suffer from depression, his symptoms worsen in the winter months.
It's pretty much after the time changes and it gets dark much earlier is when my depression, like, I see it more frequently.
Having dealt with depression for 7 years, Carver knows how to handle his mental health, even in the dark winter months. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Lane Farber.